conversation with another content creator. He brought up a very good point that just hit me. A lot of the reason why we are where we are, because like, yeah, we talk about the nuances of what we think, but how did we get here? Right. And even before welfare, COINTELPRO, and everything else, let's go back further than that, right? The era of the shotgun wedding.
Mm, mm. That's crazy. You brought that up.
Think so, like as that sits, let's agree on what we think. What I know the shotgun wedding to be is, if I'm a man and I get this woman pregnant and her daddy's still in her life, you gonna marry that. You gonna marry her. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make an honest woman out of her.
Right.
And then in that union that was forced between, you know what I'm saying, two people that don't have any romantic connection. It was just a sexual thing.
Mm-hmm.
They raise children that are disconnected from both parents because they're not seeing love.
Come on now.
And then these are our grandparents that are like 4 generations back. Let's kind of like recreate how those men and women would have been raised. You know what I'm saying? Because just like that video where that lady was, because I should have said this on the other part, but like this one is important. When the lady said she didn't know, she said neither one of her grandmothers on both her mama and her daddy side, she didn't know none of her granddaddies.
Yeah, she said it was just women
everywhere. Yeah, those are the women. Mm-hmm. Those are the offspring from them shotgun weddings, in my opinion.
I absolutely agree. And just to add, I want to give a picture. One thing I know about our people, they love like examples. The color purple, Mr. and Celie. Yep. Although Celie was innocent in the whole thing, it was a similar setup like that. You know what I mean? But the father's coming saying, like you said, you have to marry my daughter. You're not going to shame my name, my family. Mm-hmm. You're going to make an honest woman out of her. Now, when women talk about, your grandparents, they was married for 40 years, and your grandmama, she didn't leave because your granddaddy paid for everything. She was financially handicapped in the relationship. That's why she didn't leave. We fail to realize, we feel that we don't have the conversations of the fact that they was never in love to begin with. Those relationships that you all seen, they wasn't equally yoked to begin with. That probably was a good church girl that was sneaking out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And now it's no compatibility. The only thing they got in common is the children they created.
Yep.
Yeah, granddaddy gonna come home, be abusive, be angry. This is not the life he planned. He just wanted some tail. You know what I mean? That's the truth.
Yep.
And your grandmother, her only, I guess, choice was that she chose your grandfather, and she's already shamed. She got to make it right. She got to get married, and she's living this loveless life, and she's passing that down to her children, like you said. Not even giving affection, no love, a loveless marriage and a loveless relationship with her children. So she's imprinting that on her granddaughters, and she's imprinting, despising her grandsons and her sons. So like you said, those shotgun weddings created a lot of people that were loveless, a lot of people that have no compassion, no emotional regulation. Because when love is a basic need, despite what we all think, that human connection, the validation from the people that you come from.
That psychological validation is that, like, the mindset is what you're changing every day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like when people go to the gym, they say, yeah, I'm training my body, but like really you changing your mind, like doing it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's physically like there's a yearning need to go lift weights. If you get addicted to it, you know what I'm saying? Even when you fall off, it's always there burning, because there's something unique about it. Like as a man that, you know what I'm saying, I like lifting weights. Mm-hmm. And once you get a repetition around that, you realize it's just the mind that you're training. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why, like, you start doing other things in an equally proficient way. You start thinking different. You start arranging things. And the more information you pour into yourself, the less emotional reactions you have. You know what I'm saying? The more likely you are to think about solving a problem, Mm-hmm. But so now when you think about that, now what do most people put their repetition into? Do they put it in healthy patterns, or do they?
Oh no, it's dysfunction. It's all the negativity.
It's all the negativity. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
then
that's
complain about the results, but you're not doing it like you said. You're doing the same thing your mama did, your daddy did, your granny did, and it's not working. And a lot of black women envy that family they come from, the women they come from, because y'all all in the same boat, generational. Y'all in the same boat. It's just that some of y'all think that yours is a yacht. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to my best friend for that one. You know what I mean? But like, so many women, like you said, educationally, we can't tell anybody apart.
Nope.
We can't tell. There's the elders are blurred in with the young girls, are blurred in with the professional women, are blurred in with the professional street women, are blurred. The lines are blurred. So who is the elder? You know, and women like Felicia Rashad, when she tried to speak up and say anything, y'all, when I knew we was real gone when y'all fought back.
Yeah, y'all done got on Claire Huxtable. That's crazy to me, man. Like, and you know, I think that again, this is I think of most of our conversations obviously based on what we're seeing through different eras.
Right.
Because I'm older than you, and we both on social media, but we still have the same observations.
Absolutely.
You know? And I think that social media has basically created the I call it the table effect.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is famous and everybody is popular,
Mm-hmm.
and whether you're important or not, that's just, you know what I'm saying, that's very subjective, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't realize who's actually worth listening to until they talk.
Right.
And so now you got a bunch of kids sitting at the adult table interrupting the adults. So that's what social media actually is. And
Right.
so and now when we talk about kids, we only talk about maturity, not age.
Mm-hmm.
Because now we got to grade your behavior. Because nobody deserves to be treated better than their behavior.
Right.
Nobody.
Absolutely, I agree.
Your mama don't deserve to be treated better than the way she treats you.
Mm-hmm.
And the first, and when you, so to capture on the black mother effect, if you don't put the right boundary on your mom, you're going to set yourself up for a lot of turmoil. You're going to get, if you don't put it on your mom the right way, other people will manipulate you.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have the right distance between who your mother is, even if you can't connect with her the way you want to, you're going to carry that level of resentment that you have for her into everything that you do. And
in relationships, friendships with other women, you know what I mean? And a lot of people love to say that you knew the person you couldn't stand, but you are them to your children, your daughters. You know what I mean? It's like, go back to being that child. What did you lack? What did you need? And give it to your kids. It's not that hard. We make it harder than what we need to be. Like you said, solutions aren't that hard. They different. They may be harder, but they're not that hard.
yep.
It's something new. It's something different. It's something that you don't know about. And I know for a lot of you, the backlash is from mama. You don't want to, you already been feeling like you had to perform for your mom and be a performative child. And mama only acknowledged you when you was doing good. Mama only acknowledged you when she can manipulate your mind frame and the thing, manipulate you to get you to change your mind. Mama only acknowledged you when you listened to how she told you to handle your baby father. That's the only time your mom acknowledged you. So now as a grown woman, you can cuss that man out, you can cuss them kids out, but your mama, that's where you quiver. That's the person that rules your own household. When you get off the phone with your mama, you treating your kids and your man bad. Those are the women that need to go do this work, that need to go have those conversations, because it's another generation and you have the power to shift it. You have the power to change it. And that's with acknowledging that mama was really not right and mama affected everything. Like you said, it's a domino effect. The reason why you don't get along with other women, why when you go to Miami, y'all come back on different planes, different schedules, one got left. That's why your relationships don't last, even when you have a good person, because you're scared of being successful with a black man. You're scared of, a lot of y'all, men and women, you know, are scared of your black mama being alone. You sacrifice your life for somebody that didn't even care if you had a good one. And I'll say that again, a lot of y'all sacrifice y'all lives for somebody that didn't even care if you had a good one, a decent one, a basic one.
Look, that's just real. And like, before we get ready to wrap up, I want to play this video right here. Because this is the type of
a man comes along, and this is terrifying to me too, I'm not even gonna lie. If I met a man today that was very patient, that he was loving, he was genuinely kind, he was soft in his words with me, he didn't look down to me from my circumstance, he didn't expect me to explain my existence constantly, like the woman said, what you've been through. If it gets out to the room, then everybody thinks that it's an interview now, they have the right to question you. If he didn't treat you that way and he was behind you in your corner the way a woman would be, but with the solutions of a man, I would be scared of that man. I would be very scared of him, because that man will expect more of you. Because the man who gives you the most compassion is going to expect the most growth, and he's going to create the circumstances for the most growth. You have to be an exceptional person with a person like that. Women are not afraid so much of the man itself, they're afraid of the consequences of who you might need to be. But they forget that a man like that is not going to be a tyrant over you. They're going to genuinely love you. They're genuinely going to create the circumstances for success. They genuinely care about your performance. They genuinely love you. They're scared of that because they think they don't deserve it, and they know it's going to be hard, and they don't want to disappoint somebody. And they don't want to disappoint a man, because that man will give them a critique, and if they're genuinely in love with that man, it will break their soul in ways that I can't even explain. Because it's like, all those other people abused me, and they didn't love me. But if you love me, and I disappoint you, and you genuinely love me, then I have failed as a human being, and I don't deserve life. That's how women feel. And it's not reasonable, it's not rational, because everyone makes mistakes and everyone fails. This is also why having a good father is important, because he'll push you to do things that you don't want to do, but you need to do.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I absolutely agree. Like I said, that vicarious trauma, so many black women suffer with that, and they think it's mental health. They think it's all these different things. It's nothing more than your mama's trauma. And once you start to, do a timeline of your life and start to see all the times that you felt your worst, and you felt depressed, and you felt stressed and overwhelmed, your mother going to be a part of all those memories.
Man, come on.
You know what I mean? She's going to be a part of it. Even the relationships with a lot of black fathers, whereas maybe they did stay away. Maybe mama was telling the truth. Or maybe it's the opposite, and they wanted to be a part of your life so bad. No matter what the story is, the constant in all that is your mama. You know what I mean? And like you said, when we talk about no contact, it's so, I don't hear much saying I'm cool off my dad. If it's like a dad, it's married parents. I'm cool off my parents. But it's never like singling out, I'm cool off my dad. I'm not, it's mama. Because what grown black children are starting to realize is that when I became of age, I wanted to run away too. So maybe I should go hear out pops. Maybe I should go see what's going on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Man, look, this has been a great show. Do you want to leave the audience with anything? Any last?
We're here to help, and I know it's hard to go against the grain. I know it's hard to go against the family. I know it's hard to go against mama, but in order for you to feel some type of relief in your life, safety should not be a dream for you. It should be a real life, because safety is a need. Safety should be something that you feel with your emotions, that you feel with your family. And the sad part is that a lot of you will not ever receive the apology that your mama owes you, that she knows that she owes you. But the beautiful part is that you're not responsible for any of that, but you are responsible for the life that you're creating. And if you have children, you're going to be responsible one day for being the reason that they kept going, or for the reason that they were stagnant in life. And that's going to be when you are really going to be held accountable by what you produce, you know? So if you want to get that help, it's out there. It's here for you. It's a decision that you have to make. You got to separate from your mama. A lot of y'all still got that umbilical cord. A lot of y'all still will sacrifice your family and your children's happiness and your man's happiness to please mama, and she's never happy. She's never going to be happy.
Yep. Well, look, you have yet again came on this show, dropped a whole bunch of information for us to pick through. And I know rewatching this is going to be crazy when I get ready to do the editing. And, you know, and man, I appreciate you for coming up here and going beyond the algorithm and really dealing with the issue as it sits. And you bringing a lot of good conversation to the forefront where people can feel honest about their situation and want to improve it. And for everybody that's watching, you can email me at internetstepdaddy@gmail.com. I know it's a crazy email address, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't responsible for none of your kids. I'm only your stepdaddy on the internet, you know, right. What I'm saying? Being a consultant, you know, but there's a way to go about solving your own problems, man. You get to choose your alternative ending, man. So I think that a lot of people get conflicted by the work that they have to do, but you ain't doing nothing out here by yourself. Like anything you want to do, there's a team that's associated with it.
Absolutely.
Man, because you can only get so far by yourself, and that's the other part, man. There's a whole bunch of healing on the side where you got a team at, man. So for everybody that tuned in, you know, thanks for supporting the channel.
Thank you.
And we will see you probably next week. All right, now. All right, folks. Appreciate you sticking with me to the end. This has been another episode of Beyond the Algorithm. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Go get the book. And most importantly, I will see you beyond the algorithm. That's when life actually happens. All right, folks. Appreciate you sticking with me to the end. This has been another episode of Beyond the Algorithm. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Go get the book. And most importantly, I will see you beyond the algorithm, because that's where life actually happens.